I just like pulled from made another loan to cover a credit card so we could go on our trip.
I have a question for the people that go into debt for a vacation.
One thing that I will never do, and no judgment to anyone who does this, I'm just saying it's something I would never do, is finance a vacation.
Hey Ray, how you doing today?
Welcome back.
So, we all need a vacation. Wait, was this a vacation, right?
Yes.
Okay. We all need a vacation. Are you willing to go into debt for a vacation, though?
Please don't. I'm not willing.
At best, credit card.
Yeah, so you can use the reward points,
Yeah.
but like nothing else. You better have the money in your account.
Yeah. And overall, with the credit card, it's not going to be any more than like maybe $200 to $100. Maybe the credit card would be for like the hotel room at best.
Yeah.
Anything else, I got to pay in cash or debit.
Yeah. But earn those reward points because like you're taking a vacation and some of the credit cards actually offer specific points just for that, like hotels, restaurants, airplanes, vacations, all of that.
Yeah.
Take advantage of those.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Look at what points you get for what, because I never really did that. I knew like at best groceries and restaurants got me points. Nothing else did really though.
Yeah. But either way, on some of those, if you make any purchase at all, you will get some cash rewards on your account. So just take advantage of that.
Yeah. Well, let's see the people getting into debt for these vacations.
Heck yeah.
What we need for a family trip of 4 to Europe. That's a big amount. Here are my 3 possible ways for you to fund your next dream vacation. The first way is to get a personal loan. But how?
My mother would say, 要死啊, which means wanna die ah. Taking a personal loan to go on a holiday means you don't have cash on hand to go on a holiday. Then don't go lah. And if you want to go on a holiday, use credit card. At least still got points eh. This is assuming that you can pay on time and in full. No offense to this TikToker. Peace. I know that it's just an ad, but I've seen the way debts have killed people. So that's where I draw the line. What do you guys think about personal loans? Comment and let me know.
Bro, here's one way you can get anything you want. Take out a credit card loan. Take out a personal loan. Borrow a bank. Just like sacrifice your firstborn to Satan. Like,
Oh, yes.
oh yes.
Please. Because you will see all the SoFi ads and the Klarna ads and whatever, probably Discover, whatever the heck else. They will tell you that and then people just be flocking to it. Then they come back like, I want to go back to work. I got to work forever to pay off my bills. Got into debt that I didn't need to get into.
Bro, at this point, just go to a loan shark, because if you're gonna get a loan, personal loan, maybe you won't be here if you don't pay it back. You'll be gone.
The real vacation is just being debt free.
The real vacation is just going outside. You can just go outside. Look at the trees. Ooh, that's great. Go back inside.
Real cheap too.
Real easy.
But I get why people would take personal loans over the credit cards if they don't have the money in their account, because the interest rates on credit cards are like usually higher than just getting a loan.
But here's also another thing. If you don't have the money for a vacation, don't take out a loan. You won't have that money later.
Just don't.
Don't.
Please.
Ridiculous.
I just like pulled from made another loan to cover a credit card so we could go on our trip.
Oh my. Okay.
And I didn't tell him.
What do you mean? Wait, why doesn't he get to know that? Why are we doing that without his knowledge?
Oh.
He thought you were pulling from an emergency fund. Not that that's even better, but actually, no, you said the trip was pre-planned.
I was going to tell him.
Was, but you didn't, so I don't give it. Was, you didn't.
Well, no, I didn't tell him.
Huh?
I didn't tell him.
Why?
Because, I was going to.
But you didn't.
Didn't want him to stress about our trip.
But now you're stressing about the trip, even though the trip is already done because you've borrowed on it and now you have to pay it off. You borrowed, you opened it, you took out a loan. What kind of loan?
Uplit?
Okay.
No, Upstart was the loan I took for the card. Upstart, yeah. I took that out to pay off a credit card that was maxed out so that we could have spending on the card.
Oh my.
That has nothing to do with the vacation.
Well, then what are you talking about? Because that just contradicted your whole thing. I'm confused too. What are you saying?
So yeah, we did finance the vacation that we just took.
We, aka
From what?
me.
On what?
It's like the pre-planned, like a firm, like one of those. It's called Uplift.
She must be.
So Uplift
you took a
and
loan to
Upstart.
pay off a credit card.
Yeah, they're both two. I have both loans, an Upstart and Uplift.
And which one did you know about? And which one did you not? Or neither? Why? When? When did you do this?
The last week of the month before our trip.
What month?
September.
Okay. The last week of September.
Yes.
You did this.
Yes, I got a loan out and paid off a credit card that was maxed out.
Yeah, why? But like, why? Because that just it's got my name too on it, or is it
No, it's
just
just
yours?
mine. It's
Because
just mine.
it affects us both, and that is not really a good
You
feeling to
never,
have
like-
that go behind my back, you know.
Yeah,
But
I didn't think you. I think you would understand why I did it, so I didn't figure you were going to be mad.
Understand why you did it. You did it for the vacation.
Correct.
And are you mad?
yeah, I'll say, Matt, I'm pretty disappointed. That's kind of a big thing. I thought we were low on funds, during the month because we were taking out to pay for a trip instead of.
That's crazy. That's a whole like relationship trust broke right there that was brought up on a legit like internet wide show. This is Caleb Hammer. He has like millions of subscribers and he's just been like, oh yeah, I just took money out and said we, even though it was me, and made our finances harder, and I didn't tell anybody except for right now in front of
Crazy.
everyone. That sucks.
This person said they're getting a divorce.
I bet you they didn't. That's the sad part too. Not the sad, actually sad or good, depending on who you are. The saddest part is that she said we the entire time.
Yeah.
It's both of their problem now.
Actually crazy.
But she started it.
Yeah. Good thing she left his name off of the paperwork, though.
Yeah. So it's not even his. It's a her. It's her. Why are you saying we? It's
Your
not,
problem.
He's not speaking French. We are speaking you.
This is crazy at that point. Get your free vacation from her debt and get out. Go find a new girlfriend in Cabo or whatever.
Go cheat on your wife.
It's so stupid, though. Like, that's actually crazy.
That's actually really upset because you could tell he's upset because like what?
Yeah.
You did that. You lied to me about it, and now he's going to drop that you lied to me on a video and just laugh about it.
Exactly.
Like he didn't just do that.
And like, don't borrow money to pay borrow money unless you're refinancing and you just get a lower interest rate.
That's crazy.
It all sucks.
Oof.
Can be me.
I have a question for the people that go into debt for a vacation. Now, I'm not judging anyone. I 1000% have gone into debt for vacation, which sounds crazy, I know, but I'm in front of you guys because I've made poor financial decisions in my life. Not anymore. Haven't made any bad decisions in the last 5 years financially, but I have made poor decisions. And going into debt for a vacation was definitely one of those bad decisions. I will say this was like college age, like I have not done it in forever. Anyway, I want to know how you guys feel about it, like how you feel on vacation. Because when I went into debt for vacation in college, I could not enjoy my vacation. It was so hard for me to enjoy my vacation because it's not like you're buying the flights or X, Y, and Z with debt. You're like paying for everything on the vacation in debt. It's like your vacation's supposed to be fun and relaxing, but it's not fun and relaxing because you're stressed about all the money you spent. So I think I went on one vacation while I was in debt and got into more debt, and I was like, that was the dumbest thing. Anyway, I'm just curious, do you guys like feel that guilt and like, is it just you brush it off and you're just like, whatever, I deserve a vacation? Or are you like, do you feel guilty? Like, I'm telling you, by the end of it, I'm like, I couldn't even enjoy my vacation because of the anxiety I had about digging myself into more debt doing this. Anyway, no judgment here. I'm just curious because like I've been there, I've done that. But like I said, I just could not enjoy the vacation at all. So like I will never do that again. I'm here to relax and not stress. Now, when I was paying off my debt, I guess I still kind of am, but like all my credit cards, things like that. It's not that we wouldn't go on vacation. The rule of thumb was that we could never go into debt for vacation. And we had to do that vacation cheap as shit. Like, for example, we went on a cruise like December of 2022. That's crazy. That really wasn't that long ago. I was in a bunch of credit card debt. Of course, we just moved across the country and we went on a cruise, and you had to make it as cheap as possible, meaning we had to like stay in the stateroom. We couldn't like upgrade any of our dinners, nothing like that. We did get to decide at like one excursion, and it really wasn't even an excursion, but like one thing to do. So anyway, if you're in debt and you're like, no, I deserve a vacation or whatever, at the very least, at the very minimal, don't go into debt for that vacation, okay? At the very least, do it as cheap as possible and like save up the money for it. Or like pay for it with cash. So that way you can like enjoy it a little bit. But yeah, going into debt for a vacation, especially when you like went to debt for that vacation because you probably were in a lot of other debt. Like you're desperate when you go into debt for vacation. But like I said, been there, done. Is it the smartest decision? Absolutely not. But I totally understand it. Essentially what I'm saying, just at the very least, don't let the vacation put you into even more debt. But yeah, did that one time, paid for a vacation. I probably was 20 years old, paid for a vacation on debt, and it was horrible. I'm telling you, I'm like, And the vacation was cheap, to be honest. I think it was like $700, but it was $700 I did not have. Anyway, remember this because I know spring break and like summer is kind of coming up. There's nothing wrong with family vacation. But like I said, if you were in debt, don't go into more debt for this vacation, like at all. Just save up the money, pay cash for it. And whatever that vacation is, you got to do it as cheap as possible. Give yourself the best of both worlds. But please learn from my mistake. No one needs to go into a lot of people do it though. Trust me, a lot of people do it. I even saw some ads for like banks and stuff. I don't know specifically which ones, but come get a loan for your vacation. I'm like, a loan for your vacation? But honestly, at the end of the day, a loan probably would be better than putting it on your credit card because the interest rate's a lot lower. Please don't do that though.
Just don't.
No, don't. That is crazy to like, because my family saved up for a vacation every time we went on one. We didn't go on one that often. Maybe we would possibly go to Busch Gardens every other summer. And then when it came to like maybe every like 4 to 5 years, we'd go to do something big, like go to like Disney World or go to Illinois with its family.
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy.
The vacations usually don't even end up being that good because like it's crowded, it's hot, things don't turn out as planned. Then you're being charged like mad extra for food and everything else. And then it's like at the end, you're just ready to go home. But it might just be that you just want a break from everyday life, which you can do. And I get wanting a vacation, but you're not really desperate for that.
Yeah. Well, luckily we live in a resort city, quote unquote, and we have a national renowned theme park in our state, Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. So with us, it's really easy. I don't know how it feels for someone who lives in, like, let's say, Ohio or like Nebraska.
Yeah.
All they got is like what lakes. I guess they get used to that, but for us, it's easier. Even though it's still expensive to take, like $100 per person. Heck no.
Yeah. Insane.
Still easier for us.
And there's other stuff that's like cheaper, like if you want water parks or whatever, without having to go to a crazy all premium resort.
Yeah.
You could just like find one close by.
Yeah. We have like what, 2?
Yeah.
So in the state, and one is legit like right basically down the street from us. It's like at best like 15 minutes.
Sometimes they have pop-up stuff too.
Oh yeah, most definitely. So just find your thing, honestly.
Yeah.
Speaking of pop-up, we should have one around us right now. It's May 25th. The fair's in town.
The fair? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
They don't have water stuff though.
They don't. They have rides though.
Good enough.
Good enough.
One thing that I will never do, and no judgment to anyone who does this, I'm just saying it's something I would never do, is finance a vacation. So basically, before we even leave, before we even book, I already have the cash. It's already earmarked, and I will use a card to book the airline tickets, to book the hotel. But as soon as the charge hits my account, I'm going in and I'm paying it off in full. The main reason why I do it this way is because, you know, when I go on vacation, I want it to be a relaxing experience. Not only relaxing while I'm there, but also when I come home. You know, I want to be refreshed. I want to be stress-free. I want to like live off of this high for as long as possible. And for me personally, if I leave a relaxing vacation and come home to thousands of dollars of debt with no way to really pay it off, it's almost like the vacation is null and void, because now I'm stressing about that. This kind of reminds me of this time years ago. I was in a restaurant, and our waitress, she was working there part-time in the evenings and on the weekends, and we got to talking, and she was saying how the reason why she had this part-time job is because she did, I think it was like 2 or 3 months in Europe, and she had put everything on a credit card. So now she was working to pay off the charges. And if you were to ask her if it was worth it doing it that way, she probably would say yes. But I just know, me personally, it would stress me out way too much.
It's better than taking out a loan for it.
Yeah, it is. But still, the fact that you have to get a part-time job to pay off all of that, because the interest, so it's a never-ending cycle, it's just not worth it.
Yeah, I would not spend multiple months in another place. Truly, I would have to break it up between my entire lifetime. I guess you want to get all done and over with at once.
I guess.
I will be going to London maybe for like a week and then come back. I'm not spending whole months in Europe.
I wonder how much all of that costs, because that seems like a lot that you have to get like a part-time job.
Yeah, it is a lot. Also, it's cheaper than trying to move there completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like the thing that everybody dreads is coming back and having to work and stress out about things. So like, why would you put yourself in that situation anyway? Why not just save up, get financially stable, and then take a vacation?
No idea.
Exactly.
Legit would have been cheaper if she would have went for like a week and then came back.
For real. It doesn't need to be months.
For real.
Just do what you can afford, even if it's like a day.
For real.
So I saw this video of this girl saying that she can't tell that people are going through financial woes or difficulties because she's still seeing people like buying stuff and booking vacations and trips and all that. People are still broke, okay? People are still financially going through it, but we just don't give a fuck, okay? Bills are going to get pushed around. Something might be late. Still take that vacation. That's all. That's all I wanted to say, because vacation guilt is real. It's a real thing. It's when you have the guilt of booking a vacation, knowing you're about to go on vacation, and deep back in the back of your mind, subconsciously, you're still thinking about those bills that you got to pay, which have to be paid every month, mind you. Every month you got to pay bills. Every month. So what's 1 month of enjoying yourself or 1 day of enjoying yourself going to hurt? And knowing that the money that you're spending on this vacation or whatever could have gone to something else. People are still financially broke, best believe. But, I mean, what else can you do? Just, what else can you do? Pay what you can and what you don't. Charge up a payment arrangement. And live your best life. That's the only thing you can do. So make no mistake. People are just choosing they're just prioritizing for one time, the one time out of a whole week, or maybe 3 days out of a whole entire year, they're prioritizing themselves for once. And they're putting their mental health ahead of their financial difficulties, ahead of their bills. Don't let vacation guilt get to you. That's all.
Yeah, that makes sense. And that's true. Yeah. Legit, like, I got debt. As long as I'm not spending $60,000, maybe I can spend like $50 to go to a cheaper amusement park.
Yeah.
There's like, some people will do that. And, some people will go overboard and waste all their money. But some people will legit like, hey, I have a little bit of leeway here. I know I could pay it all off. I know you'd rather say pay it all off, but some people just can't. Some people got to take a break before they explode,
Yeah, just do it responsibly, because I couldn't enjoy myself if I was going deep in debt for something. It just wouldn't be worth it. But as long as it's responsible and you're not putting yourself in a bad spot, then sure.
Yeah, like let's say I'm going to a hotel for 2 days.
Yeah.
Then that's fine.
That can be pretty cheap
Yeah, it's very cheap actually. Depending on where you're going.
for you.
One of the top 3 reasons 65% of Americans don't go on vacation or use their vacation days is the stress of planning a trip. Let me tell you what it really is. The stress of paying for the trip. They start planning, and then they realize we can't afford this. The stress is financial, so plan for it. Get out of debt. Get an emergency fund. Put yourself in a position where your life isn't so stressed out that you feel like you got to overplan, overpay for something. If your life is peaceful and healthy, then you don't have to have the 10-day Disney cruise. You can do something a lot more reasonable for your budget.
Yeah, it's all pretty stressful because then you have to take off work and then worry about flights getting canceled and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You know, you're gonna get that PTO back if something messes up on that trip.
hopefully, if you didn't use it.
Like, yeah, it's legit. Like, people overplan. My family, like, we spent like a whole week in Florida. We did everything we kind of wanted to do within the first 3 days, or just going to Magic Kingdom like 5 times in a row. Like, I hated here. We didn't even do no shows. I don't like shows. I want to ride rides. Take me to Universal. Like, so take me to Universal. Take me somewhere fun. Like Busch Gardens, Tampa.
Yeah, a lot of these places are just overrated.
Yeah.
And that's why they charge so much.
Yeah, I actually heard my mom wanted to do Disney, Universal, and maybe something else. Maybe go to SeaWorld. But we only did Disney because that's what my aunt only planned for. Hello? They're creatures.
But that's crazy.
Yeah, it's truly. So that's honestly, just take the one trip, do something fun. Go to the aquarium.
Exactly.
You don't need to go to Cabo.
Cabo.
That's
You really don't.
all I
Like,
gotta
everything could be here. Like, you really don't have to go to Turks and Caicos and whatever else. It's like all right here and it's way cheaper.
Turks and Caicos, that sounds like a food. Is that a food or a place?
It's a place.
It sounds like a food. That's all I gotta say for real without that.
But anyways, thanks for watching our video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video, and please get us to 1,000 subscribers.
Bye, guys.
Bye.